Welcome to the final round here at Wales Community Park, the solo challenge for the Claws. Round 1 was fun. Got 2 neg 10s, 4 neg 9s, 2 neg 8s, a neg 7 and a neg 5, and a couple other gents working hard as well. As the lead card is ready to rock and roll, we have Zach Van Eyck, Nick Dare, Tony Costa, and Ryan Beatty. As the rest of the guys here at the tournament look on as Zach takes the box, pushes up a nice backhand, and he is right under the basket. Nick, with a nice forehand, pushes right up there. As Tony comes through with a backhand, pushing right up in there near the bullseye. Ryan seems to be taking a forehand approach. Pushes right up there inside circle 1. And we're off. I am commentating by myself for the final round, as Ryan Beatty steps up for a birdie opportunity. And he cashes it. Good routine, good solid stroke. First birdie of the day for this lead card. Tony with a nice birdie. Nick with a nice birdie as well. And Zach will tap in for the star frame. Birdies all around. Going into hole 2. Seems like everybody's off to a good start. Looks like Zach has a caddy here. That's pretty cool. Seems when I was talking to him, he's been caddying for Zach for over 5 years. Going to all kinds of tournaments and just being there for him, as he's here for him, helping him here at Wales as Zach takes a backhand and pushes up there inside circle 1. Here comes Nick with a forehand up and over the trees. May have juiced it a little bit, but he's going to have a downhill putt with a downhill slope, so pretty much got to be on point with that one. As Tony pushes up there and just unfortunately hits a tree. Ryan, trying not to make that happen, goes with a bit of an S line. Juices it a little bit too much, but he seems to be right on the edge of the circle. Tony's going to have a little bit of work ahead of him, as does the rest of the group, to try to get their birdie here on hole 2. Tony pushes it up there, but it looks to be half taken by the wind and just hyzers out. Little nose up. And here comes Zach with an uphill 25-footer and just pops out. Must have hit the top underneath part of the band. And just, I don't know, didn't catch. Ryan goes through his routine and, oh no, just a little too high as well. 2 high dingers is what Nick has seen so far. So let's see if he keeps it a little bit lower. He does keep it lower, but with his hyzer putt, he unfortunately takes it a little too wide. Thankfully, his putter does not roll away. Zach and his caddy walk up the hill to get out of the way and just taps in real quick. And Tony just a little low. Unfortunately, Nick will tap in his par. Good release. As Ryan will tap his par in, and unfortunately Tony will take the bogey here on hole 2. As Zach is 1 down, Nick is 1 down, and Ryan is 1 down. Tony at even. Zach with a big hyzer, just unfortunately, hyzer's out pin high. And here comes Nick with a pretty good straight out looking good skip at the end. Oh, what a shot. Here comes Ryan trying to match that. Looks like he's pushing towards the basket and just hyzers out a little bit early. I remember the card was definitely electrified from that one. They thought it had a chance. And here comes Tony pushing a good one up there, and he is inside the circle. We do play this one as a par 4 here at Wales. So we will be seeing 2 inside the circle putts for eagle, as Zach has an outside circle 1 bid, and he just pushes it a little bit low. Ryan looks to be on the edge of the circle. Might be in circle 2 there, but he's going through his routine. And he cashes the coveted eagle here on hole 3. That'll bring some energy going in to the next hole, as it is about a 425-foot shot downhill. But the wind here at Wales makes every disc do different things. As Nick just cashes in a beautiful drive, and he will get his eagle as well. Tony, who pushes it up in there, and he will eagle as well. Zach with a little bit of work left for his birdie, but that was nothing to him. Good 20-footer, cashes it in, and we will have 3 eagles and 1 birdie on hole 3. And Nick will take the box, being 3 down, and he will push one up there, right there on the edge of the circle. And here comes Ryan, feeling the energy off the eagle. What can he do? He pushes one up there. Pretty decent shot. Could be a little bit off left. Here it comes Tony, pushing one up there with good distance. Pin high, just about 30 feet to the right. Here comes Zach. He pushes it right inside 20 feet. What a shot. And the guys are on their way to go up the little hill for their putts. Nick is first to act. And he just pushes it a little low. Here on this par 3, that hill can be the place where a lot of people hit, and they can scoot up or even roll back down the hill. But it makes your putts difficult. Oh, actually, Ryan was a little bit off right side. And same thing with his putt. He pushes it a little bit past the basket. He was definitely giving that a push into the basket, but he missed. But Tony, feeling his energy off the eagle, comes in nicely in the shade, and he will take home the birdie here on hole 4. Zach with a 20-footer. Similar birdie look as hole 3, but just like hole 3, gets the birdie right here on hole 4. Ryan, just him in the basket for his par. And he cashes it. Brilliant release. And even more wonderful result. It was in the basket. Same thing with Nick as he cashes in his par as well. And Tony, Nick, Ryan, and Zach are all 3 down. Good shot by Tony. Here comes Zach. Oh no, just a low release. He will have a pitch up for his par. Here comes Nick, and he juices a forehand up inside circle 1. A little bit deep of the basket, though. He does have a juicy forehand. Here comes Ryan on a nice, looks to be an Anheuser backhand, but it pushes up right outside circle 1, pin high. Here comes Zach for his pitch up. Looks like he's giving it a run. Oh, just a little deep and a little low. But good ground play. He'll have a tap in par. Looks like Ryan's just on the edge of that circle. Oh, and he pushes it a little bit right. Just like hole 4 here on hole 5, his putts are just pushing a little right. Could be the wind, could be his release, but I'm sure he'll get it together. The energy is definitely growing on this card as Nick is trying to get his birdie, and he does. Nice putt. As Zach just taps in real quick for his par. Ryan pushes it a little high. And it just doinks off the band. Tony taps in, and Tony gets a birdie, and Ryan gets a bogey. As some cyclists ride by, we will be riding over here to hole 6. Hole 6 is a good one, guys. Just get a nice hyzer out there about 250 feet and just let it fly. Ace runs all day. Tony trying to push one up there into the basket, and just a little bit early, and he's inside circle 1 for his birdie opportunity. Should be a Pretty routine birdie putt right there. As here comes Nick. He just saws it off a little early, but not enough juice, and he'll have a tough birdie opportunity up there inside circle 2. Here comes Zach. Trying to push one up there as well, but unfortunately doesn't get the right angle, and he'll have a similar look as Nick. Ryan takes his time, picks his point. And he rifles one up there, pushing pretty straight, and he just goes past the basket. As the guys walk up, with good weather on their side and clear skies, we're going to have some decent opportunities here for birdie. These men have been working hard for the opportunity to win $100 cash and a 4-claw buzz, as well as the opportunity to go to Ledgestone for free. Nick, unfortunately, hyzers out. Decent bid. Zach with a good look here. Just unfortunately chains out a little bit low right. Had the juice, but maybe just a little bit too much. As here comes Ryan. Off the bogey from hole 5. He does not take that no for an answer, and he will get his birdie with a good comeback of his own. As Tony taps in his good old birdie. Nick gets his par, and Zach gets his par as well. Taking us into hole 7, we are going to have ourselves a doozy of a hole, as this hole typically plays around par, if not a little bit over par, in most leagues and most tournaments that they do have here, but there hasn't been a tournament here in many years. But I can tell you this hole gets many threes, as Tony just sawed one off a little bit too right into the woods with a wide hyzer, but Ryan comes in a little bit low. But Nick taking a big flexing forehand, and he puts it in the bullseye. What a forehand. Zach needing to answer. Puts a nice backhand up there, just outside circle 1. Ryan with a circle 2 bid. Oh, and he just sails a little too high off the band. Oh, that's unfortunate. Here comes Tony. And he just pushes it chain high, but a little bit hyzered left. And he lands just before Zach, as Zach looks to try to get a birdie here. I'm not even going to say anything about that. I think Zach's reaction says it all. Well, there I go, contradicting myself. I guess I did say something about it. But that's all good. But that's not good. Unfortunately, Tony pushes it a little bit hyzer to the right that time. as I'm sure he's going to settle in right here and get it in there. There you go. Sometimes you got to take your lessons when the course gives them to you. And you got to bounce back. That's what it's all about. It's always the next drive, next putt. And nice putt by Nick. Pushing the only cards birdie right there inside the basket. Giving us 5 down. 4 down for Tony. And the other guys are pushing on as well. At 3 down. As Nick pushes one right up in there for the bullseye birdie. What a shot. Ryan looking to answer. Pushes one up there, skips off the hill, and looks like he'll have about a circle one edge putt, if not 40 feet. And here comes Zach, looking to pretty much do the same. As Tony pushes one up there, and he gets a good skip, and he'll have a nice birdie opportunity, looking to bounce back. As you can see, the 4 lies as Zach steps up for his circle one edge look. This basket does have a downslope at the back of it. And he hits center pole and pops out. What energy behind that putter. But these chains were not made for his putt, I'll tell you that. As Ryan just pushes it off a little bit as well, and unfortunately he'll have a par look after that attempt. Here comes Tony. And he cashes it. Brilliant job. And so does Nick. Look at them go. 2 birdies right there for the old guys. As the young bucks have to step up right here. Zach real quick taps in. And Ryan pushes in a good putt for the both young bucks getting their pars. Thank you, Ryan, for fixing that chain. And we are off to hole 9, as this front 9 has been a fun one. Thank you guys for watching. We have Nick there at 6 down, Tony Costa 5 down for the round, and Zach and Ryan at 3 down for the round. And Nick pushes up a nice forehand right there inside the bullseye to try to charge up for the back 9. And there goes Tony pushing up there as well. I was a little late getting back for Tony, but at least we were able to see the end of the shot. And here goes Ryan. And he juices it a little bit past the basket left of it, as Zach pushes up a nice hyzer right there near the bullseye, about 15 feet away. Some decent tee shots here for the gents, as we're hoping to get a star frame here to finish the front 9. Ryan with the toughest look. And here at Wales, the wind can definitely come in here on hole 9. As it can come in on any hole, but it just definitely was gushing when I was here. As that doesn't matter for Ryan. Beatty putting in the big putt. Charging up. Look at that smile on his face, man. That's what it's all about, boys and girls. Getting those big putts in the basket when it matters. And that's what Tony does too for his birdie. As Nick steps up for a nice little tap-in birdie as well. Zach to finish the star frame. No pull pop out for him. As Zach and Ryan push the 4 down, Tony Costa pushes the 6 down, and Nick Dare at 7 down. As the whole field was charging up here at round 2, we have Nick Dare and Christopher Acuff at 16 down, Matt Bowman and Zach Van Eyck, Tony Costa, Ryan Beatty, Jeff H., Taylor Wirtz, all at 14 down. Wow, do we have a challenge on our hands. Thanks for watching.